All right, so when most of us hear the name Jack Ma, our minds instantly jump to Alibaba, right? We think of massive global influence, incredible wealth, the whole nine yards. But today in this explainer, we're unpacking a contrarian philosophy that he actually formed not during his days of triumph, but through a period of really intense, honestly agonizing rejection. We're going to take a structured look at how he views success, and it's all built on a simple, pretty brutal truth. Nobody is coming to save you. To really wrap our heads around this, you have to look at this staggering volume of his early failures. 30. That is exactly how many different jobs Jack Ma applied for right out of university. And every single one of them said no. But he didn't just stop there. He actually applied to Harvard University 10 times. 10 times. And 10 times they rejected him. I mean, just imagine the mental toll of that constant, unrelenting rejection at the very start of your journey. But this next one, this is probably his most isolating defeat. When a local KFC opened up in his city, 24 people applied for a job. 23 people were hired. Jack Ma was literally the absolute only one out of the entire group who was turned away. Seriously, imagine standing outside, watching 23 other people walk in for their first day, and realizing that even a fast food chicken joint didn't want you. It's exactly the kind of moment that makes you believe you just aren't meant for success. So, what do you do after all that? Well, for a long time, he just waited. He waited for an opportunity, for someone to finally believe in him. But eventually, he came to this painful but totally empowering realization. He said, nobody was coming. No one was going to wake me up and hand me a different life. Realizing you are completely on your own isn't always fun news, but it is honest news. And honest news gives you something real and solid to actually work with. Because waiting around for a savior, it's just useless. Okay, which brings us to a crucial mindset shift, the truth about excuses, fear in disguise. We are going to completely dismantle the common myths that hold nearly all of us back, starting with what our excuses are actually hiding. So we usually think of excuses as a sign of laziness, right? Like you just don't want it badly enough. But Jack Ma redefines an excuse entirely. He says it's a protection against finding out what you are actually capable of. It's a shield against fear, specifically the heavy, terrifying fear that you might try with your absolute maximum effort and still fail. By using an excuse, you never fully try, and because of that, you never actually have to face that ultimate test. Let's bring this down to earth with a real example, like learning English. You might have very real, completely valid excuses. You're too busy, your pronunciation is bad, you don't have the right textbooks. But what happens when you treat those not as massive brick walls, but as tiny problems to solve? Too busy? Just find 10 minutes. Bad pronunciation? Practice alone in your room first. Treating excuses as solvable problems immediately changes your trajectory from waiting around to actually doing. Now, sure, excuses do protect you from failure, but they also protect you from finding out your true potential. And that loss, the things you never find out about yourself, that is without a doubt the most expensive loss in your life. I mean, it is a far heavier burden to carry unanswered questions to your grave than to experience a business failure or get rejected for a job. No excuse is worth paying that kind of price. All right, so understanding that, let's shift gears to how we actually get the work done. Motivation versus discipline, the foundation of effort. We really need to look at why building your daily habits purely on the foundation of motivation is a huge trap. Look, most people wait to feel ready or excited before they start something hard. But motivation is literally just a feeling. It comes and goes like the weather. It's great for getting you started, sure. Discipline, on the other hand, is a predetermined decision. It's a choice you make in advance and follow through on, completely regardless of how you happen to feel that morning. Motivation starts the engine, but discipline is the only thing that keeps you going on the hard days. Think about this quote. You cannot hire someone to do your push-ups for you. It's the perfect physical metaphor, isn't it? If you want a strong body, no amount of money or connections or rich friends can do the exercise for you. The strength belongs entirely to the person who put in the sweat. Well, life and business work exactly the same way. Nobody can study for you, practice for you, or build your discipline for you. It absolutely has to be earned by you. When you mix big dreams with little discipline, you get absolutely nothing. But smaller dreams paired with a strong daily practice, that yields massive, undeniable results. It's the unglamorous, boring daily action, like making that scary phone call or practicing a skill for 30 minutes when you're dead tired, that takes all that internal potential and actually turns it into solid, real-world reality. But let's be honest, taking that daily action isn't always immediately rewarding. Welcome to the invisible season, surviving the hardest part. This is all about the most difficult phase of any journey, that long, frustrating middle stretch where your effort is incredibly high, but your visible progress is essentially zero. Think about it like planting a tree. On day 1, the seed goes in. For 6 months, a year, maybe more, absolutely nothing happens above the surface. Someone walking past just sees empty dirt. But underneath, roots are spreading. A massive foundation is building. And without that underground work, the tree cannot exist. So in your own life, when nothing seems to be happening, remember, your discipline, your skills, your character, they are all being built underground right now. Because that underground work is entirely invisible, Jack Ma realized he had to drastically change his mindset during the early, chaotic days of Alibaba. He had to force himself to stop asking, "Is this working?" The reason is pretty simple. During the invisible season, every single time you ask that question, the honest answer is, "I don't know." And psychologically, not knowing feels exactly like a failure. It drains the exact energy you need to just keep going. So how do you actually survive that phase? Well, it comes down to the daily question, building an honest record. Let's look at the highly actionable tools used to survive when the evidence of success is incredibly thin. May essentially relied on 3 exact steps to keep moving forward. First, he kept a simple daily record. Just 1 sentence a day of what he actually did, not what he hoped to do. Second, he made sure to have real conversations with someone further along in their journey, not to ask for favors, but just to see a living, breathing reminder that the destination actually exists. And third, he learned to be deeply suspicious of his own feelings. And speaking of those feelings, you know that crushing, "it's not working" feeling? It is almost always strongest right before a major breakthrough. Seriously. It's not a trick of the universe. It's just the intense underground growth creating immense internal pressure before it finally breaks through the soil. Knowing that fact can keep you going when everything inside your head is screaming at you to quit. You also have to completely rewire how you view closed doors. Rejections are starting points, not destinations. For Jack Ma, Harvard saying no kept him in China at exactly the time the internet boom began. A job rejection just meant he had to create his own company. Every no forces you down a path that is ultimately better suited for you. Past failures are just data, information on how to adjust. They are not evidence that you should stop trying. So to replace the anxiety of asking, "Is it working?" Ma adopted a single, completely controllable daily question: "Did I do the work today?" That's it. This is the ultimate grounding tool because it always has a clear answer. On the days the answer was yes, he let that be enough for that day. He didn't demand visible results, he just demanded the daily effort. So here is your immediate action plan. Step 1. Every single night, ask yourself, did I do the work today? Step 2. Answer honestly. Just yes or no. Did you practice? Did you take one concrete step? Step 3. Repeat for 30 days. You aren't tracking your hopes, and you certainly aren't tracking your feelings. You are building an honest, undeniable record of your own actions. At the end of the day, the fundamental difference between the people who build something real and the people who spend their entire lives waiting isn't immense talent. And it definitely isn't luck. It is simply a decision. It's the decision to stop waiting for the perfect moment and stop waiting for someone else to come along and do what only you can do. I want to leave you with a provocative thought here. If nobody is coming to save you, what small, real thing will you actually start doing tomorrow? I'm not talking about a 5-year plan, just one small, concrete action you can take with exactly what you have right now. The right moment doesn't come before the work, it arrives because you did the work. So what's your first step going to be?